Welcome back to the Secrets of Writing a Research Paper. I'm Mr. Ewing, and I'm a big fan of the New York Yankees. Now, I never played baseball, but I did become very interested in the game when I was in high school. I was so interested, in fact, that in my junior year, when I was assigned a 30-page research project in my English class, I wrote it on how advancements in technology drove the evolution of baseball throughout the sport's history. I had to collect a ton of information from a lot of different sources, so I'm glad that I had been taught a simple and effective way to keep track of everything. Now, I'll share this strategy with you in this lesson on how to take notes as part of your research. Feel free to pause, rewind, or rewatch this video as needed. You can go at your own pace. Now, you're going to need a book and your note cards to take notes. Now, here are the basics on how to take notes on note cards. It's pretty simple. If this is your note card, in the upper left-hand corner, you're going to put the author's last name and the page number on which you found the information. In the center of the note card, you'll put your note there in your own words. Now, that is really important. The note should be in your own words. If you write the author's words down on this note card, you may accidentally use those same words when you go to write your paper later. And then you've committed a violation of academic integrity because you have taken someone else's words and put them into a work that you have put your name on. So be really careful about this as part of your research. When you're writing a note on a note card, put it in your own words. And it's okay to bullet point and abbreviate. In fact, that is the way to go. So if I were creating a note card using that source about the Salem witch trials from a couple of lessons ago, I would put the author's last name, Jensen, in the upper left-hand corner, along with the page number on which I found this information. So that's a 6. And then in the middle of the note card, I would write in SWT for Salem witch trials, 5 men plus 14 women executed. I didn't use any words there that were unnecessary. I abbreviated, I bullet pointed, and I've put just one note on the note card. And that's your pro tip here. Put only one note on each note card and use only one side of each note card. This is going to be really important to the research process and ultimately the writing process later on. You really have to trust me on this one. Just one note on each note card and only one note on each card, using only one side, that is. Now, what if an author is not listed on your source? Well, it's pretty simple. Go back to your works cited entry that you've created, and if the first item listed on your works cited is a title that comes in quotation marks, then that title is going to go in quotation marks in the upper left-hand corner of your note card. It's just whatever that first piece of information in the source citation is. That's what goes in the upper left corner. Usually it's the author, but sometimes, if no author is listed, you have to go with the title. Now, if you have a really long title, then you only need to put the first couple of words. That's okay, you can shorten it, but make sure it's the first couple of words. You can't just pick out the words you want to use. You can't just pick out the last couple of words. It's got to be the first couple of words from the title. And again, keep those in quotation marks if they're in quotation marks in your works cited entry. If that first piece of information in your works cited entry is in italics, put that title there in the upper left-hand corner in italics or underline it if you're handwriting. And again, if it's a long title, put the first couple of words only in that upper left-hand corner. Now, you might ask, what if my source doesn't have page numbers? This is unlikely for a book, but it could happen with other sources, digital sources especially, that you find on databases. Well, if your source does not have page numbers, simply don't write a page number there in the upper left-hand corner. You can leave that part blank. Now here's another pro tip. As you're doing your research, look for different types of evidence as you read. You could look for facts, statistics, anecdotes, and expert opinions. If you actually use these 4 different types of evidence when you're writing your paper, it's going to be a lot more convincing and a lot more persuasive. But here's a warning and another pro tip. When you use something word for word, like maybe you have an expert opinion that you want to copy down, make sure you put it in quotations on your note card and then write down who wrote it or who said it. That's really important because when you go to use that note card later, you know, I need to properly credit this person and introduce this quotation appropriately. I need to tell my readers who said it, and I need to put it in quotation marks because these are not my words. But again, try to collect these 4 different types of evidence as you're reading through your sources and creating your research note cards. So what actions can you take now? You should be able to take notes using the note card method while closely reading a source. You should also be able to collect all the information you need now about a source and complete a source review page to keep in your research container or your research binder. But as always, consult your assignment schedule or check with your teacher to determine exactly what is expected of you next. As we continue down our path to a great research paper, we'll go over a method for finding articles, and then we'll go over another method for how to find articles.